Hi, this is Mike with Thrive, and welcome to April's SEO Performance Report. Carly, just as we've done in previous months, we collect all of our data regarding our key performance indicators or KPIs. And we do this to evaluate our overall performance of our campaigns, the success of the website, and to keep an eye on the overall health of the website. So diving right in, our first metric that we evaluate is our top 5 keywords. Our top 5 keywords are keywords and queries that are rendering positions 1 through 5 on the first page of the Google search results. So looking at our data for April, we finished at 23. It's been really stable for the last couple of months. There are some terms that we do rank for that we're not tracking here, so I do want to add those in. I think those are um, in terms of long tail keywords and are of the non-branded variety. So this will increase by next month, just by default. But again, really stable looking from January through April. Let's take a little deeper dive and see what those keywords are and some of the volume associated with them in our next screen. All right, so I've loaded our keywords here in this screen. You can actually see the keyword to the left, followed by the type of result seen here in the middle, the position that it's currently rendering in, and the change over 30-day span. Then we look at the keywords in terms of 2 flavors, one being your branded. So this is going to be Earthlok or another keyword and or location. It's important to rank well for your branded terms. These are people that are word of mouth, or they're doing more research on your actual brand, and or they could be returning customers needing additional work. So in any one of those situations, you want to make sure we rank well. So as we see here with our branded keyword, this one example, pretty diversified in terms of the results. We have our site link extensions rendering, along with being in the video, the local results, and natural search results as well. So that's great. And it's maintained a top position there. As you can see, the position hasn't changed. And again, low amount. We typically see low amounts of competition with the branded terms. So that's not a surprise to see. And quite a value, I would say, in terms of the cost per click. So that's awesome. That can be related to soil stabilizer being added in with the branded term, but it's nice to see that when we have a branded and keyword added there, the value is pretty high, so per click. So that's great. The second component of our keywords is our non-branded, so this would not contain any branded elements whatsoever. And as we see here, looking our soil chemical injection moving up 5 positions. So, and the new arrival is in this one box. So that's great. That means that we have a number of returns here, as you see, related questions. And this is also rendering a within the video index as well. So 5 position increase there. Some incremental increase with the water injection, importance of soil stabilization. So those are great questions that typically have some additional intent behind them versus just an informational search. So that's welcome to see. And a lot of stability, as you see here with that gray mark. All this means is that it really, we haven't seen a lot of movement. And that corresponds with our 3 key metrics report that we were looking at earlier. So some great retention in terms of our branded positions, and some slight incremental movement with some of our non-branded keywords. Next key metric is total traffic. Total traffic is measured in sessions, and session is a measure of a visitor going to more than one web page within the website. Looking at our data for April, we finished the month at 1538. That is slightly down from March, but again, maintaining our increase that occurred towards the beginning of the year from February. So that is awesome. We have some stable traffic and consistent traffic coming in as we start to scale with other terms, we would grow this share. But again, really good to see some consistency, even as we go through the what's hopefully the last round and stages of the COVID epidemic, and we'll start to see some normalcy and return to some normal traffic volumes. Let's take a little deeper dive into this traffic. We can look at the contributing sources and then take a look at some of our conversion data thereafter. Okay, so I've loaded our progress report here in this screen. Keep in mind of the active link within this content that directs to your shared project folder, and we have all of our historical reports in those folders. So please let me know if you have any trouble accessing that. Looking at our date range, it's April year over year. We like to do that at this level. This way we get a sense of what's happening month over month and historically year over year and how we did last year. Looking at our data, all traffic up quite substantially. That's 59% increase over last year, 1902 versus 1889. Specifically, organic was up 114% from 718 to 1538. So that was really outstanding to see. And as you can see here, some of our areas were a little bit on the decline here in terms of our referral and direct. I did do some optimizations with our business citations and directory listings, so that should help shore that up, especially on the direct side and referral. So we're anticipating much higher levels of sessions for those channels going into May. Organic topping the list there, as you can see, at 1538 with 9 completions, and that also represents a 12% increase over last year in terms of submissions on the contact form. So that's phenomenal to see that not just better traffic year over year, but a lot more traffic, and it had a higher propensity to convert. So we were able to preserve that degree of relevancy. We also anticipate, well, I'm looking forward to hearing maybe some of your feedback on those submissions, see if they made it into actual jobs, and how the quality, so we can better gauge the quality that's coming in at this point. So here's a breakdown of some of our top landing pages. Our homepage typically tops the list, but as you see, some of our blog content building up there with quite substantial differentials in terms of sessions looking over last year. And then again, going into our conversions, 16, a slight increase over April of 2020 from 15. I'd like to see that conversion rate come up quite substantially. I know we had a reporting issue with our contact completions, but again, that 1.1%, even that's on a low side, and that was historical. So we're really deep diving into this conversion rate and finding why the visitors, or the returning users, are having issues at our conversion points. So again, for the conversions, we just track the contact forms primarily. There are some other forms, but they're not functioning at this time, and I don't think the phone calls, lead forms are actually capturing that either. So again, something I really want to hone in on and see if we can kind of capture that data and attribute it at least to some sort of source, whether it be direct, organic, or referral. But with that said, we're doing better in terms of last year. So 16 versus 15, higher session traffic, some more page diversification in terms of what the users are interacting with and engaging with the content, and overall much higher looking at everything put together this time versus last year. We know we have some negative channels, but again, overall really good. We're pleased to report on that. And let's take a quick look and update our 3 key metrics on the conversions. And as we see, 16 submissions for our qualified leads is really the most amount of form fills that we've traced since the inception of our campaigns and efforts. So again, all-time submissions, all-time traffic, and we anticipate as we scale and go through some additional themes in terms of keywords and our non-branded keywords, that's going to continue to bring us some more additional consistent session traffic with that high degree of relevancy, so that we anticipate that to convert. But that concludes our reporting for this month. Thank you, Carly, for your attendance. We really appreciate it. We also really appreciate you as a client. And with that said, we hope you have a great rest of your week and look forward to meeting later this month. Thanks. Have a great day.